It looks like an apron.
with yeah. It goes. They get here. Let me
Ah,
walk
little
all the way
little
out
Call
here.
of Duty fashion show here.
It goes all the way down, Ben.
Yeah. It goes all the way down.
All the way down, long enough to reach the floor. So anyway, I just they're comfortable. They're
Yeah.
comfortable, but wearing them without a shirt is a little crazy. So
They look soft
I
and
have a
fuzzy.
shirt underneath. They're soft and I guess fuzzy.
They almost
They're
they almost look like those coveralls that we those like you remember those coveralls or those overalls we had? That was sort of like
yeah,
GudeLaurance
I do.
costumes.
Sort of there was a like a green one and a sort of pinkish one. Those things.
I think it was like gray and bluish. I could be
Huh.
wrong.
I do know what you're talking about. Here's the thing. Regardless of what the colors are, I do know
Yeah.
what we're talking about. Um
Steven's with us. He asks if it's anatomically correct.
is the Cookie Monster
I mean,
are the
does
Cookie Monster overalls I'm wearing anatomically correct? Is
does
that
Cookie
the I
Monster
believe that's
have
the question.
anatomy that would make the onesie
Cookie Monster does
anatomically
not
correct?
have nards.
Cookie Monster
Um
has nards. What's that from? That's not Cookie Monster, but
the
the
Wolfman
Wolfman.
has
There we
nards.
go. Okay.
And I don't remember what it is, but
Uh,
it's from
some I want to
a
say it's like
kid
a
horror
Fred
show.
Savage helmed, yeah, Monster Hunter with kids show.
Yep, exactly. Kick him in the nards. He doesn't have
He doesn't have
nards,
nards.
and then he does it, and then they say the Wolfman has nards. Yeah, that's so today's drink is the Thai flavored bubble milk tea drink.
Thai flavored.
Yeah,
Thai flavored.
Thai iced tea is my favorite. I've decided now, I'm trying to stay away from the caffeine, but I can't help it. Thai iced tea, my favorite beverage. It's
Ah.
really good.
I'm just rocking a good old glass of fresh filtered water with my public radio nerd glass that I got for
Nice.
giving some money to my local NPR station. And they've already, I mean, already, I've had these a number of years, and it's now that I have a dishwasher, I put them through the dishwasher, and it's not been kind to the lettering on the glass.
Mm. So, let's see. Today is Friday. Happy Friday, Ben.
Happy free slushy day.
Friday the 11th, 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven.
Yep. I, of course, have not um been to 7-Eleven. Don't know if I will be to 7-Eleven. As you know, I've been having back problems. The good news is that my back has gotten better to the point where taking an ibuprofen dose will make my back feel better.
That's good.
Earlier this week, when my back problem first started, it would not make it feel better. It just hurt all the time. And now I can kind of lean forward and stuff. It's getting a lot better.
I'm at that age where I wake up sore, but it kind of goes
Yep,
away over the course of the day.
yep.
Yeah,
It's
I sit on the edge. I sit on the end of the bed after I get up just to like gather myself, and I'm like, oh, is this what I'm gonna feel like all day? And then like after my shower, it's fine.
question for both you and Steven, since we're all old men now. Uh, have your thumb joints started hurting? Like at the base of your thumb?
Mine have not, but I think we've talked about this before. How your thumbs are hurting, and you blame
When
phone use,
I
right?
think it was my phone use, yeah. And part of the reason why I'm getting rid of using my phone as much, I'm trying to offload as much of my use of my phone as possible. Um, and it has been feeling better. So that's
That's why
something. I
I
don't know.
that's why I use the tip of my nose to scroll on my phone.
I actually, this
Just
is a true question. How often do you use the tip of your nose to scroll on your phone?
not very often. In fact, you could
But do
probably
you?
count. I have. I don't, but I have. I think there's a
See,
very clear distinction there.
I do a lot of dishes, and when I'm doing my dishes, I have uh actual rubber gloves on.
Yeah.
And so I will do stuff
I
with my nose.
I actually years ago when I lived in a shared house, I had a job where I had to get up early, and I would try to hit my alarm clock as soon as I possibly could to avoid bothering my roommates. Well,
Mm,
housemates. You know, we had just different bedrooms, but they were like right
yeah,
next to each other.
sure, sure.
And there was one morning when I woke up, and I guess I'd been sleeping on my arms. Both my arms were numb. They were asleep. I could not move them. So I got up like a duck, you know, and I hit the snooze button with the tip of my nose and turned it off and just sat there and let the feeling come back into my arms.
Okay, so you remember Guitar Center?
Oh yeah,
Um, One time when I was living at the Marwood, you remember when I was living at the Marwood also?
yeah.
It was in
I've walked
Capitol
past there
Hill.
every once in a while.
Um, I walked from the Guitar Center to the Marwood carrying a slightly heavy piece of musical equipment. I don't remember what it
Like
was,
an
but
amp or
when I
something.
got to my front door, I tried to open the door. I couldn't get my arms or my hands to work. I had to sit outside of my apartment with this expensive piece of musical equipment.
Yeah.
Um, now I got inside. I don't remember how I got inside. Maybe I followed someone, but I was in the hallway of my apartment and I couldn't open the door. It was a little crazy.
I did that once. I we were this was back in the day when we did spin the bottle at I think we were still at Velocity at that time, and we had the office underneath some, you know, in the basement level on a in a building on Pike Street. And we had to carry like coolers full of soda and beer, you know, the block and a half it was. And I remember on the way back one night after spin the bottle, I was carrying this heavy cooler full of, like, you know, just packed with drinks and
Hmm.
probably ice. And at one point my legs just gave out, and
Yeah,
I fell forward and like landed on top in the middle of the street and landed on top of the cooler just because my legs were like, we're not doing this anymore.
and it's always really weird because you're like, well, my mind still wants to be moving.
Exactly.
I know I'm tired, but I still have to do this. And yeah, your body just goes, no thanks.
Yeah. You should
Uh,
listen to
so
your body at that point.
so Stephen is with us, you mentioned. Uh,
He is.
has he said anything more?
He's not commented after the
Okay.
initial comment, but according to YouTube, he is still watching.
I learned something interesting that Scott Zolnowski, a friend of mine from college, that a former roommate from college, a very good friend of mine, I think, really was the first person to like I had seen Twin Peaks and I kind of liked it, but he actually lent me his entire Twin Peaks video collection,
Wow.
and we ended up actually making Twin Peaks on a server back when Mushes and Muses and Muds were things, the sort of online.
The text-based
Yep.
games. Yeah.
And it's probably, I like to think it's probably sitting out there still somewhere. But anyway,
Some
he's super
illegal
cool.
copy of Twin Peaks
Yeah.
on a game server
Uh,
at some
yep.
university.
I don't know how he'll feel if he hears me say this, but probably one of my very good friends in the world.
Even after being
Uh,
roommates with him, that's a hefty feat.
yeah. Well, we had separate rooms. That helped.
Yeah,
Uh,
that
and
does help.
and and Scott will know what, and you will know because both of you know me. The problem would not have been Scott when you say still friends after being roommates.
I mean,
Ben and I,
I also speak from personal experience, right?
yeah,
I lost a good friendship because we were roommates in college our freshman year. We gained it back, right? But there was a
yeah,
time when, like, and I have known this kid since like the second grade, you know, and we were friends all throughout high school. We're like, hey, we're going to the University of Washington. Let's be roommates, and it did not go well.
and basically, famously, you and I never have we been roommates, even though people automatically, I think it's the whole
That's it.
Bert and Ernie thing.
Yeah.
Like they just assume that. And can we talk just for a second?
I'm definitely the bird.
Here's the thing that's funny. You're the Bert, I'm the Ernie,
Yeah.
but in reality, like when you get down to it, I may actually be more of the Bert.
You more
Like
like fussy
in my
and
attitudes and
yeah.
yeah. But just physically and in public perception, I would be more the Ernie.
Well, right now
Um
you're the Cookie Monster.
oh yeah, hey.
Like who
I-
who was the Cookie Monster's
just
roommate?
housing food, but it's all falling out of my mouth. Um But no, what I was going to say is Scott actually said to me, I was listening to your podcast the other day, and you said something about blah blah blah.
What?
So he
Wow.
listens to the podcast. Maybe he
Wow.
still does, and if so, shout out to Scott Solnowski. Hey
I can
Scott,
actually tell you how many listeners we have.
it was really kind of cool. Um, I don't think that he was listening live. I think he was listening and it recorded, but
We've
just
had
guessing.
82 downloads in the last 7 days, up 925%, I guess, from like the previous 7 days.
Okay,
I
well
don't
yeah, so
understand.
maybe.
In the last 90 days, we've had 902 downloads, which is up 4,647%.
I honestly think that that is all just from Scott starting to listen
And from
in
today,
a
we've had
normal.
0 downloads today and yesterday. So yeah, it's probably Scott.
But so Scott is my like gaming friend that now when I do gaming online, he's one of the people in the thing, and I was trying to think, and I'm trying to think of the best way to cagely do this. I was trying to think if I had complained at all about any of the stuff about those games
If you're not
on
talking about
here.
the same Discord that you just recently
No, no,
left?
not the Discord. No, no, no.
Okay.
Although we do use Discord, this is not that Discord.
Yeah.
That Discord I didn't really play with. I played with a couple of people on there, but they were strangers, right? They weren't. And when I say strangers, I mean like the guy who runs. I'm still friends with the guy who runs it, and we still talk every once in a while. And I think of him as a friend, but we've never actually met, right?
Right.
Whereas Scott and I have actually met. I'm trying my best to limit the amount of discussions I have with people that I haven't met in person online. It's a it's a thing that I think is smart to do
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
in general. But we'll see. So the big thing is that
I mean,
so if
I do that too, but I also limit discussions I have with people in real life. I just a rule of mine. I don't talk to people.
so Scott, if you're listening, I'm gonna just it's nothing about you, and you're gonna know what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna be vague for everybody else. Um, so uh, we had a new game master. One of the players ran a game,
Yeah.
and I was very excited to play. Haven't played D&D in a while. So I rolled my favorite character up, which is a gnome rogue. I was getting all set to play it, and the guy who's game mastering said, "Hey, I want you to make sure I want you to have a rogue, and I want you to have a healer." And so I came in and I had the rogue, and I wrote back to the group saying I'm going to do a rogue, and the game master was like, "Great." And then when we started, Scott was like, "Well, okay, I'm going to play a paladin. That way we'll have some healing." And then the another player came in, and they said, "I've made a rogue." So I I had already gotten, you know me, I'm a little obsessive and all that. So I'd already gotten all my stuff done and all that. And then I was like, well, I guess I'll roll a new character. So then I had to roll a new character
Yeah.
right before the bit. And there was other stuff too, um Like this is getting really into the weeds, but there's a point by system that you can do where you get a certain amount of points and you put that in your strength and your dexterity and all that. And then there's a roll system where you roll dice um, and add them together, and that's how you get your stats. And he said, make sure to use the roll. You can roll as many times as you want. Um, so I'm re-rolling this. I'm rolling this character, and the guy's like, "Wow, you're rolling a lot." And the game master says, "Well, I said that you could roll however many times you wanted." And the guy said, "Oh, I didn't read that email." So it was one of those things where um, I guess I'm using this forum because I don't think everybody else listens to this. I think it's only Scott to apologize to Scott for um, taking time out of the game to do that bit because I did get locked in a little loop. I'm like, what am I gonna do? And I had like three ideas, but in the end, it worked out okay because I'm playing a cleric statted as a rogue, so it's a really weird kind of. I'm a very dexterous, um, dexterous cleric, which for anybody who loves Dungeons and Dragons will go, okay, that's great, whatever. But yeah,
I'm
so
happy for you.
thank you, Ben. But oh yeah, so the Thai iced tea, have you had it before?
I do not believe so.
It's very sweet. It's got a really specific flavor that I can't put my finger on. I think it's just the sugar and the milk and the tea together
Yeah.
makes the Thai iced tea flavor. But it's also kind of orange, which is kind of cool. And then finally, I think what it is that it's a like the tea is really strongly brewed and then also has like this creamer in it and stuff. Um,
Wait, did you
but
say it's
this
caffeinated or is it not caffeinated?
it is
It
caffeinated.
is caffeinated.
Yeah. So this you see though, it's got the tapioca pearls in it.
Right.
This particular brand, the tapioca pearls are horrible. They have no real bite to them. They're kind of a almost I don't know how to
It's just there
describe
for
it.
texture, really.
Yeah, well, and the texture is not good. Like
I never I never got
the
into bubble tea.
the boba that I like, Ben, is it's chewy and it's good, right? This is soft and kind of spongy, but also solid in a really weird way. So it's yeah, it's not great. Not great. It's
It does not sound great. But I'm
it's
also saying that as
like
somebody who the like I just said does never got into bubble tea. I
yeah.
think it's disgusting.
So I love it. I love it, but I don't like this. I love the Thai iced tea that's in this can. I just don't like the boba, but I will still eat every single one of them because I'm a completist.
Of course.
Um,
You don't want to waste what you've already bought.
exactly. So yeah, that's kind of how things have been over here. What about you? How have things been?
I've been working on baseball card organizing.
Is that what all those white boxes behind you are?
Yeah, they're all
Or
full of baseball cards, and each one
mm,
is in a spreadsheet with quantity, location, and estimated value. So
I I like that a lot,
this
Ben.
is just
That's
like you can like there is so much. Oh my god, there's
yep.
so much. There's even more over here. I mean,
Now,
it's
do you listen
it's
to like a
ridiculous.
podcast or anything while that's happening?
I actually watch
Or
baseball while I do it. This is
oh, wow.
I only really mess with any of this during baseball season. So
So
I'll turn the game on and just start going through cards.
anyone who is not in YouTube watching us, um, the look of delight on my face when Ben said that he watches baseball while he organizes baseball cards. Ben, that is perfect. That is wonderful. It's
Yeah.
what else would you do?
What else are you
That's
gonna do?
Yeah, that is amazing.
I mean, I
I
can't
like
go
it
to
a
the
lot.
game. Well, like my team is playing in Detroit this week, so
Yeah. Oh, didn't the Mariners play in Chicago recently, or did I
they
have that wrong?
were. Yeah, they were at Wrigley
Oh,
um
Wrigley.
a while
That's
ago.
right.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was.
My favorite team, Ben, is the Chicago White Sox.
Oh, same as Pope Leo.
Yeah. I was about to say I think I was a fan before, but I definitely wasn't.
Probably not. I mean,
I w-
were you a fan of the Sox before you moved there this last time?
um Ben, I
Because I know you're from
have
that
to
area.
I have to admit, I did not have a favorite baseball team until I moved into the house I'm living in now.
And you
And then I
see
was like,
right
even when I was
field on the
living,
train.
even when I was living in Seattle, prior to, you know, or during one of the more famous times of the Mariners, I was never like a Mariners fan.
Yeah.
Even now, I am not necessarily. Oh, you know what? I take it back. I was a Cardinals fan when Ozzie Smith was. I think I can say this when Ozzie Smith was playing
Hall of Famer Ozzie
because
Smith.
he was doing flips,
Right.
and I was like, I like this baseball
I
team.
like that
I think
acrobatic
I went,
guy.
yeah. Oh, speaking about which, Mr. T, Chicago native, uh,
A
had
method
a
of telling time
cartoon
travel.
at one point. Yes, thank you, Ben. Oh, I appreciate it. Um, he had a cartoon, Mr. T and something else,
And
and
friends.
they had a maybe and friends. They had a thing called the Acro Van,
The
and they
Acro
said,
Van.
"Oh, it's an acrobatic van because it would go down because it could do flips and stuff."
Ah.
Um, Mr. T was, of course, he ran a gym for troubled youth, I think, and I think that they were gymnasts, like it was a gym for gymnasts. But Mr. T also had cereal, famously enough, and I think Pee Wee Herman maybe ate Mr. T's cereal in Pee Wee's Big Adventure, maybe.
I think you're right because doesn't he like impersonate Mr.
I
T at
think he
some point?
does. I think he does. Yeah.
I'm looking it up. Wikipedia just says the name of the show was just Mr. T.
Ah,
Saturday
but yeah,
morning from 1983 to 1985. So
and
not that long of a
yeah.
run.
My brother, by the way, Dan, still has not had a button thrown at him by time travel. Just making sure that is known. I still have the 3D printed head of my brother also.
Why do you have a 3D printed head of your brother?
It was given to me by, oh no, where did it go? Maybe it's been stolen,
It
Ben.
went back to the 3D body.
Um, he was handing them out to people, and I got one.
Well, of course you had to take one.
It's around here somewhere. I'm not gonna. I just realized maybe I don't want to show it on the podcast.
I don't have any heads, like disembodied heads, that aren't masks.
I have a 3D half of a cat of a half of a luck cat.
Oh, yeah.
It
What
was given
happened?
to me by,
Was
and
it
I think
lucky
that
for the
this,
cat? It's got no head.
yeah, I think it was given to me by Mark Murfin, who was a software guy that I knew at one point in time. So,
I do have
and
a
I
torso that represents me that's got no head.
really,
It's from the Rocketman movie.
oh, there it is.
Yeah, this was me. Look, it's even got my number 10.
I was going to say, does it have your number on
It
it?
does. And I can't remember why I have this. I mean, obviously Webster gave it to me, but I don't
Yeah.
remember the reason.
Now, Ben,
Either that or I stole it. I don't
did
recall.
Did I ever? I know that I was there at filming for the Rocket Man movie, and I
You're in the movie.
was on camera. So I
Yeah.
was in the movie. What do I do in it?
It's basically like an old film, and you are standing in a line with other Rocket Men.
Oh, okay. Am I dressed as Rocket Man
Yeah,
at
you're all
the?
Rocket. You're all Rocket Men.
Do you know what my
You and
number
like
was?
I don't remember what your number was. I can look it up. I mean, it's all available. I think it's on Amazon Prime.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah.
good to know.
Have you not seen it? You probably haven't seen it then.
I haven't seen it. No, I haven't.
Check it out.
Yeah, I will.
All your favorite people and some of your least favorite are in the movie.
Wait, I don't have any least favorite people. Wait, are you saying that the
I'm not.
assistant manager of the cinema
the
in
Guild 45th,
Wallingford,
which is no longer
the
there,
Guild?
by the way.
Yep, I won against Sears and I won against the Guild 45th. Oh, by the way, I've come to the realization that that I was wrong to get mad at people about the rice cooker at Sears. It's taken me a long time, Ben, but I've gotten there.
I don't remember the story, but we don't need to relitigate it. But as long as
Oh,
you've seen the error
yeah.
of your ways.
It was one of these things where I had bought I bought a rice cooker and I promise, see, this is how it's gonna work. I'm gonna tell this story. I'm not gonna get mad. Uh because I was wrong to get mad. Because it's a rice cooker. Bought a rice cooker at Sears. When I bought the rice cooker at Sears, I bought the extended warranty. And I said, now am I gonna have to keep the receipt for this? And
Right.
they said, no, you won't have to keep the receipt for it. I was like, great. And so I took the rice cooker home. Rice cooker broke. Brought it back
Almost immediately.
almost immediately. Brought it back, and the person said, "Oh, well,
Where's the receipt?
where's your receipt?" I said I was told I didn't need one because I had the extended warranty, and they said, "Well, um, the extended warranty doesn't kick in until after the 30-day return policy. For the 30-day return policy, you need to have your receipt." And I was upset, and I yelled, and I made Jennifer and Betty put everything back that we had
Oh, they were
bought.
there with you. I don't
Uh-huh.
remember that part of the story.
Yeah,
I thought this was like Bachelor Paul.
no, no, and so I would bring it up all the time, and every time I would bring it up, Jennifer would be mortified again, um, and upset at the, not upset, just disappointed at the fact that I uh, don't understand what I did that was wrong, which was sacrifice my dignity and annoy others for what was basically a $30 purchase.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the good news is, uh, now I'm not mad about it anymore.
Hey.
As you can see, I have been,
You are speaking about it in
totally
very
calm.
leveled, measured language.
Uh-huh. Mm.
Although
All
I would
right.
be effing pissed. I wouldn't.
Well, it's just one of those things where it's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Because
So, like,
this is the other thing is that they saw that I purchased it and they were able to pull up the warranty for it.
yeah.
So it was one of those, things. And now I will admit also that I was primed for a fight because when I walked up holding the rice cooker, the guy behind the counter said, "Oh no." Like
How
rolled
soon
his eyes and like
after
as I walked up. Yeah, sorry, how soon after?
how soon after you bought it did it break? Like, did you take it home and use it
It's
that
within
day?
within a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. $30 rice cooker, man. You get what you pay for.
I mean, that was the other part, right? Because yeah, I didn't oh, this is interesting. Okay, it's still going. Yep. Hey, you remember that thing that I was saying that I shouldn't have hit the space bar?
Right.
Yeah. It hasn't. It hasn't happened again.
Yeah, have you just been
Since
jiggling the
then.
mouse every time the screen goes
Yep.
dark?
That's the new.
That's
That's the
a
new deal.
it's a pro move.
Yep. Oh, still haven't seen any news, by the way, Ben.
Since yesterday?
Since yesterday, no news.
uh I don't think I've seen any of those either. Um Steven is now texting me
Mm.
about feedback from the show. Um and about the rice cooker, so he's fairly up on his GudeLaurance chat.
Mhm.
Um Wait, a rice cooker? We are talking about rice cookers? There's only one brand of rice cooker. Is there only one brand of rice cooker? I find that
Oh,
hard to believe.
we should find out what it is because I'm sure Jennifer will be interested. Jennifer's birthday is coming up, by the way.
Zoji Rushi? Zoji Rushi?
Mm.
Yeah, I know Jennifer's birthday because it's her email address. Well, it's part of her email address.
Oh, oh wow! I never really put those two things together before.
Yeah. I'm not going to
I
say what the
mean,
other part of her
and
email address is
and
because
this is
reasons,
what
but
this is what I mean by that. Like I knew that it was part of her. I knew that her birthday was part of her email address, and yet this is one of those things that Jennifer says that when I think something dumb, I don't have to say it out loud, but I'm going to anyway. Um, I didn't realize that I could glean what her birthday was by reverse engineering the fact that her birthday is in her email address. I can use it to remember what her email address is, but using her email address to remember what her birthday is, unheard of.
that's
That sort of thing.
it's a science that
All
I
right.
never studied. Steven says he's getting you a rice cooker for a housewarming gift.
Oh my gosh. She'll be uh, ecstatic, not ecstatic, right? Ecstatic. How do you say it?
Elastic.
She'll be elastic, completely. Hey,
Oh, the
Fantastic
new Fantastic
Four.
Four movies.
Yeah, exactly. Um, but okay, so I wanted to say before when I asked you what you were doing for your baseball cards, and I was overjoyed and tickled to hear that you watch baseball
Yeah.
while sorting them. I was just about to say I have a new podcast that I'm listening to.
Oh.
I haven't stopped listening to any of my old podcasts, but the new podcast is called Anna and Isabella Do Improv.
Okay.
It's two folks who live in LA doing improvisational theater, and it's great. It's everything that you'd want to do because they're skilled at doing improv and they're practicing different forms and they're explaining what the forms are and stuff like that. But it's fun to listen to.
Oh, so it's
And
also like it's not just they're not just doing improv, but they're like instructing on it
well,
as
they aren't
well.
really instructing. They're instructing by doing.
Yeah.
Like they'll say for instance, okay, so this is this this improv form is called Pretty Flower. There's a central scene, and then we break off and do other scenes off of it, but we always return to the main scene. Some people say it's a little bit like Family Guy, and then they'll do that thing. Um, okay, so we apparently have to go and get Betty's medication after this podcast is over. I think I'm just gonna wear what I'm wearing now because who's
To
gonna care?
like to pick it up
To
at a
Walgreens.
pharmacy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you have a
I'm sure. I'm sure it'll be fine.
do you walk to Wal? Is there one within walking distance of you, or do you?
No, Jennifer drives,
Yeah.
and then I could actually walk to it, if I'm in good health. I'm not necessarily in
And
good
if your
health right
back
now
is
with my
not
back.
hurting.
But yeah, I could do it. I have done it. Eventually, Jennifer is going to go and visit her mom again, and Betty and I will be on our own. So,
On your own. Ooh.
oh shoot! By the way, you Ben, this is the big. Ooh, actually, I don't know if I can share. I'll tell you after the podcast.
Okay. Okay.
I think it'll be fine to say, but that everyone else, maybe next podcast you'll hear something else, but maybe not. Just
Yeah.
remind me to tell you after the podcast.
You'll have to remind me what you're saying, but I'll remind you that you wanted
Yeah,
to say something.
yeah, yeah. And I'll remember. Yeah. Oh, that's funny too, because I was going to say, I was going to say, oh, yeah, it's about, and then I was going to say the thing I was going to talk to you about, which is fun.
Right.
Um, it's almost like, let's say, for instance, that you're using a secure, you're trying to send an encrypted email, and then you say, hey, please read this email and see if it's right, and if so, send an encrypted version of it to the three people on the CC line of this email. If you were to do that, that'd be crazy because you haven't encrypted it yourself. You're telling someone to send it encrypted after they've proofread it, and you've put the people on the CC line that are supposed to get the encrypted email. So you might as well not even worry about it at this point. Why would you need to encrypt it at that point? I'm asking. The answer is for no reason whatsoever.
Steven just he just texted me and he asked if there were two likes. There are two likes. Who is the other like? I only see one like, but I do see two people watching. So welcome our other viewer.
Two likes of what?
On the YouTube video.
Oh,
I don't know if the other person. Oh, and they've bounced. I don't know if the other person found us the same way Drunk found us, which was looking for live streams that have the fewest number of viewers.
probably so. Yeah. The good news is that we are beyond caring at this point. If anybody watches,
in fact, the fewer people who watch, the better.
that's actually. I know it sounds weird, but it's actually true.
I don't know if people like believe me when I say that, when I tell, because I tell people like, hey, I have to podcast, I get to podcast with Paul.
Hmm.
um and they're like, oh yeah, what do you guys talk about? I'm like, oh, whatever. We don't plan, we
Hmm.
don't talk about it, we don't have show notes that we come to the show with. We barely even listen to it, and
Hmm.
and we don't actually want people to watch. And they're like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
glad you like it.
Yeah. Oh, and we don't like it.
Oh
No.
God, no.
Um, I honestly think that that's part of the charm.
Yeah. Oh, now
And
we have
people
three
will.
viewers. So
We are if nothing if not we're nothing if not genuine in our inability to do a good job
Steven
at the
says
podcast.
the GudeLaurance record of hostility and indifference towards the audience remains unbroken. Which is
Mm.
funny because we have this. I've told you about this new hosting platform that our podcast is
Hmm.
under,
I heard
and
about it.
they're all about like, how can we help you increase your audience and monetize? And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I just want a
Yeah, I know.
turnkey
Thank you.
solution, and that's what you provide.
Mm. You know what's interesting, Ben? Our indifference could make us rich in this way. If somebody were to offer us money to talk about their product,
Much like a
and they
sponsorship.
don't care what we say about their product, we could
Hmm.
do an entire hour just talking about a
Yeah.
thing.
I'm skeptical of the corporation who wants to pay people and they don't care what those people say about a product.
Hmm.
But we generally do say, positive things. Like, for instance, Paul, you have mostly good things to say about that Thai iced tea. You're not a
Hmm.
fan of
Let me tell you,
the
um,
things inside, but
this is the second can of this I've had, and then the
today,
second time around, ever, and
oh,
today, um, the uh, the boba is actually growing on me. I'm like, okay, for what it is,
if your boba's growing on you, you should probably
it's
see a
a
doctor.
it's a can that's been sitting on a shelf for who knows how long. So they've made the boba what it has to be in order to be shelf stable. So in that way, I think it's probably
Fitting
pretty
it
good.
all full of preservatives,
Mm. But
things that give you
preservative,
cancer.
it's nothing but microplastic.
That's the new flavor of the
Mm.
month.
I did
I,
a
I prefer macroplastics in my beverages.
I don't know how true it is, but I did a little bit of a study. And when I say a little bit of a study, I mean I asked several different AI agents, burnt down a rainforest in order to find out the answer to this question. Um, that if all the microplastics in an average 52-year-old American male were consolidated, how big would the lump of microplastics be? And it sounds like, you know, those little red balls at the end of the paddles with the
Yeah,
elastic bands on that
yeah.
you hit? This may be lost on some people born after a time
I'm sure those things have a
that those
name,
things,
a proper
yeah,
name. Paddle
paddle
ball.
ball, yeah. Um, so
What's it
about the
consist of?
size,
Well, there's a paddle and a ball and an
yeah,
elastic string. How about paddle balls? How paddle string ball? No, no, shorten it,
not
condense it.
snappy enough. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Shorten it. Well, now I'm not getting the swing. It. No, sir. Listen, um, about the size of one of those balls.
really.
So a large marble, smaller than a bouncy ball,
We have a large
but around that.
marbles full of plastic in us
But it's spread throughout your body though, so it's not as
everywhere.
big of a deal. And who knows, right? AI is known to lie to people, not on purpose necessarily, but
It doesn't know
oh,
any
that
better.
is that is something about the news that I found out from Jennifer. Mecha Hitler. Are you
Did we
familiar?
not talk about Mecha Hitler last?
We did not talk about Mecha Hitler. I had no idea. She asked me. I thought she was making it up for a while, but apparently not.
Yeah,
That's
it that.
that's fun.
Yeah,
It's a wonderful little thing.
just
If
a
nothing else,
a bullet
good for
point in the timeline that we currently live in.
what is
Did
nice is there are some people who are under the illusion that AI is impartial, and maybe it can be, and yet, if you do enough, it can
I saw
surprise you.
so there's Martha Wells, the person who wrote the Murderbot books.
Hmm.
I just saw a quick like headline. I didn't read the article, but she says that we are light years away from actual AI.
Hmm.
Even though things seem to be moving very fast. Never mind that light years is a measure of distance and not time. But
No, but we are light years away from what she's saying. That, oh my gosh, it's out there.
and it's
It's
heading
already
our
out there.
way.
It's headed our way. Martha Wells.
Steven
Oh,
says
that's.
we should review one of those electrified fly swatters. Um, I don't have any flies in my apartment, so
I have flies outside. I could go run around and see what's up. Hey, we have cicadas here, by the way, and lightning bugs. Cicadas and lightning bugs here
cicadas
in
and
the
lightning
city of
bugs.
Chicago.
I
Yes.
like me a good lightning bug show. I haven't seen lightning bugs in years. The last time I remember seeing them, I was with my family in a road trip, and we were in I think just outside of Boise, Idaho, and camping because we were pulling a travel trailer at the time. And yeah, sitting outside by the little Coleman stove and a campfire and seeing the little lightning bugs off in the trees in the distance is pretty cool. I was in college, and I think that's the last time I ever saw a lightning bug.
Hey, I'm gonna do something that I saw on online and see if you can do better than the contestants. It's a superhero um, question. They said name five. I'm just going to ask you to name one.
Name one
Okay.
superhero.
Name one superhero who's black, who doesn't have the word black in the name, and doesn't have powers that are associated with electricity.
Does the Green Lantern? Is it John Stewart? Is he
Yep,
the?
you got it in one. John Stewart
All right.
is one. Power Man is another one.
Power
Luke
Man.
Cage.
I've not heard of
It's
Power Man.
Power Man. Luke Cage.
Oh,
Power Man.
of
Luke
course.
Cage.
I know Luke Cage.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He goes by Power Man.
Were
Also,
the so this person needed to name five of
I
superheroes with
think it was
those
five.
constraints?
Yeah, and it was funny because all the famous ones that they were going to,
Yeah.
um, so like Miles Morales,
Right.
uh, electrical powers, Black Lightning, of course. Well, too bad on both.
Black
You know,
Panther.
et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, it was really it was really an interesting thing. And but yeah, John Stewart was one of the ones that they mentioned as like, you know, because the contestants did not get it.
No.
But yeah. So I feel as though we are entering a like with the Fantastic Four movie, we may be entering and Superman, we may be entering a new phase of the superhero movies. And what I mean by that is where the superheroes don't have to be um, different versions of the character. Like for a while, the superheroes had to be different than the comic book versions, had to branch out from it because
Mm,
of the constraints of filmmaking.
right.
You know, like I would say that Batman 1966 was more like Batman than a lot of the other Batman movies. Even though the Batman movies were good, right? They weren't like comic book ish.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four though looks comic book ish, in a good way. Superman, same
Of
thing.
which I've heard nothing but good things.
Mm,
People from
good.
people I know who've seen it.
Oh, they've seen Superman?
Yeah, it's out, I guess.
Oh, yeah. I never watch movies in theaters anymore. But
Neither me.
you know, that's just yeah.
I should have. There was something playing. 28 years later.
28 years later,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was down the street for a while, and I've thought if I was gonna go see anything new at the Cinerama, I'd go see that, but I missed out. Now
Yeah. Oh,
the
it's
Jurassic
gone.
World movie's playing there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, which means who knows, 28 years later may come
It's
to
probably
the. Oh, what did
still
it? Oh, Sinners, of course. I was like, what was the thing that I was like, oh, finally I can buy it and
Sinners
watch it.
just hit HBO, yeah, and it's HBO again.
Oh,
It's HBO Max
oh,
again.
I didn't yeah, I've actually bought it.
Ah,
I don't have H Ooh, maybe now that it's HBO again, maybe I'll get it. Mm, we'll see.
it's not TV. It's HBO.
It's HBO. Yeah, exactly. Boom.
Dun, 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 dun,
Uh,
dun, 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 dun,
we
dun, 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 dun.
we've talked about this before. What is yeah, what is your HBO when you see the HBO thing? What comes after it?
Oh yeah,
For me, Mr. Show for
yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
Yeah.
That's me too.
Um,
That question pops up every once in a while on Reddit, and the typical answers are like The Sopranos or
yeah.
maybe The Wire, but Sex in the City. I don't even know what that theme sounds like, but yeah, if it's, for sure it's Mr. Show because the first HBO branded DVD set I bought was the
Yep.
Mr. Show DVD.
Me too. I still have it. I still
Yeah,
have it.
same here.
They can't take that away from me. Uh, and oh, one of the ones where the commentaries are so good also.
Yeah, yeah.
I really now that I'm a much bigger. This is the crazy thing is that I was not as big of a Paul F. Tompkins fan when I first was listening
Yeah.
to. I didn't really get him uh as much as I do now. Like now he speaks directly to me almost. It's you know
Well, you share a name. You should revisit those commentaries and let me know what you think. I remember being so utterly charmed by the season, like seasons 1 and 2 are on the same like
Yeah.
set, right? And like it felt like they were funnier, right? They added more to the episodes, whereas the later seasons, and I think even especially the last season, it didn't feel like this sounds weird. It didn't feel like they took it seriously enough for my
Oh,
for my taste.
the one thing that I liked so much, and I think I even brought this up, was a Paul F. Tompkins thing where where they were where it was him and I forget who else. It was something with Bob Odenkirk leaves the room and David Cross is on screen. He's in the office or something, and Paul is supposed to be doing. I think it might be Jay. What's his name? Jay
Jay
Johnson.
Johnston?
It may be Jay Johnston and Paul F. Tompkins doing it. Where they're doing voice dubbing of the characters that are on the screen,
Yeah.
and because I think it's Johnson Johnston
Johnston with a T.
Jay Johnston who says, "You did it, you jerk."
You did it, you jerk. Yeah, I remember that one.
And then he goes out, and then Paul F. Tompkins says, "Yay! Now's my chance to be here." And it was, yeah, I think I really want to see that again. So we'll see. I haven't watched. I mean, I honestly haven't watched a DVD with the new TV yet. I don't think because the new TV has AI picture correction,
Yeah.
which I can't really notice on other things. But when I watch the DVD, it's different than motion smoothing. It's getting rid of the artifacts.
Hmm.
You know, and I haven't seen what it looks like yet.
Because unless it's a Blu-ray or HD DVD, I mean, it's you're watching a compressed,
Yeah,
720 interlaced image on a 4K screen, right?
yeah. So who knows what's going to. Maybe I'll do that tonight after we pick up Betty's medicine and
Yeah.
see what that looks like.
I have a DVD here that a friend loaned me, Bowfinger, the Steve Martin Eddie Murphy movie, which
Oh, yes.
I've never seen, and so they were like, "You should watch this. Let me loan you this DVD." And I've had it in my house for a couple months now, and I've yet to
Yeah,
watch it.
I've I've got I get Bowfinger and Bulworth mixed up.
Bulworth is
Warren Beatty
Warren Beatty, yeah,
wearing a hat,
wearing a beanie because he's like a
and
politician, and I
he does
I saw it in the
some sort
theater.
of,
He raps or something. He's trying to like
yeah,
get
some sort
in
of
with,
urban something.
yeah.
And yeah, um I remember at the time that it came out, it was already dated, and I was like, I'm not interested
Yeah,
in it.
me neither.
So yeah, I feel like um I feel like Warren Beatty's Parallax View is another movie that I like to watch again.
I haven't
I saw it in the theaters, I think.
haven't
And
seen it.
it's it's got a shootout at the Space Needle. Um and it may not be a shootout actually, it may be like a mass murder, like just one person shooting people rather than a firefight. But yeah.
Well,
Um
if you talk to any people who live outside of Seattle, that's what they say Seattle is like. Mass murderers at the
oh,
base of the Space Needle every day.
yes,
The whole
yes.
city's on fire.
Um ooh, I do want to say in relation to that, um the thing that struck me the most about the Parallax View is that there is and this is spoilers for the Parallax View. I think I've actually said it here on this podcast before, but there's a plot point where he gets on an airplane, gets his name written down as part of the manifest on the airplane, and then leaves the airplane and runs onto another airplane, like on the runway. And it's one of those things where I'm like, okay, well, how is that even possible? And then I realized, oh, right, this is pre 9/11 and all that.
Right.
The security at the airport is about like the security at is even laxer than the security at a train might be.
Yeah. Speaking of airport security, there is a bit of news we haven't talked about yet that the
Oh,
TSA is changing one of their one of the things that they force passengers to do when they go through
oh, I
certain
know this
security
one.
points. What now do you no
They
longer have to do?
they no longer have to take their shoes off.
This is correct.
They have to put their shoes on because we're at grandma's house. Um, which is a thing that I had to do when I was a kid. Take my
Put your,
shoes off in the car. It was great. And then when we got close to grandma's house, you have to put your shoes back on.
you had to take your shoes off. Was that a Paul thing or was that a Paul's
Oh,
parents thing?
I don't know. All I know is that I would take my shoes off when I was in the car, and I liked it.
Fair.
I liked having my shoes off. Had didn't like to have to put my shoes back on. Um, yeah, so that happened. Hey, can I give you my prediction? If I haven't given you my prediction
Give
already,
me your prediction.
I think ICE is going to merge with ATF if they haven't already. That's mark it down. It's 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven at 6:57 p.m. Central, 4:57 Pacific's daylight time. But this episode will actually go live. It will drop, as they say, on Monday, July 21st.
Yep. I think ICE is going to absorb ATF, maybe even the DEA. It's all going to become one
Well, they have a
huge.
monster budget these days.
Yep, this is what I'm thinking. Um, or it could be like, did you see any of Department Q?
I have not seen it. No.
Department Q, Ben. Spoilers for Department Q. Um, it's not really a spoiler because there's going to be a Department Q that gets created. I know you might be shocked, but that's part of it. Uh, in Department Q, the budget for Department Q uh, gets siphoned off somewhere else, and they don't have that big of a budget. I do wonder if that might happen to the ICE budget. That
That it's
that the ICE
it is yet another grift.
that the ICE agents won't get all the money that they're being
Yeah.
uh,
Well, you
earmarked
have
for.
this. I don't know what it is. $300 billion budget. Where's all that money going? Well, we don't see that money. You tell
I
me,
mean, here's the
Senator,
thing.
where is that
This
money
is where
going?
you say the money's going. Training. The money's going to training, and
Our
you
mask
log the
budget is
hours of the
really
training, and yeah, exactly. You log the training hours, right? And all the money goes to instructors and things like that. You don't have any tangible proof that the trainings happened. I'm not saying that that's what they'll do. I'm just saying that that would make sense.
yeah.
But I mean, and this is, if we ever get audited, this is me saying, if ICE is going to have that big of a budget, they deserve more responsibility, Ben. And I think that they're going to take over some of the ATF duties, and that's fine. Everything is great.
If you just keep your nose clean and stay out of trouble, you won't have anything to worry about.
I never do, Ben. I never do. I do wonder about keep your nose clean, where that came from. Like, okay, we're almost at time, but I do want to say, is keep your nose clean mean? Does keep your nose clean mean don't try to brown nose everybody? Like, don't be a sycophant? Or does it mean don't do cocaine? Or does it mean, just be hygienic?
There's probably some sort of like saying back in like the days of like coal mining or something where that came
Oh,
from.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
I'll find out. Oh, this is something that I do now that Google has
Keep your
those
nose out of other
AI.
people's business, that kind of thing.
Yep. This is what I figured out. Now that Google has those AI summaries and stuff like that,
Yeah.
instead of going to Google, the first thing I do is I go to Wikipedia and look it up myself because that's where a lot of information comes from.
Yeah. Just
I
cutting out
cut
the
out the
middleman.
middleman. Exactly. And speaking of cutting out the middleman, it is now the middle
It's
of
that
our
time.
podcast being over, man. Okay,
Yeah.
that didn't work, but you get the idea. Speaking of not working,
Nice
but getting
segue.
the idea, um, speaking of nice segue, Jeff Bezos. Listen, this is the point. I could have pushed him off of the segue. I never did. And now here we are. I, you know, I, can I get in trouble for saying sometimes I think I should have? Probably not.
Pushed
That's not a, is it a,
an up and coming billionaire off of his Segway. I didn't realize you had
yeah,
that opportunity. Was he in
I,
the
there was an,
in the hallway?
there was an, there was an opportunity where he was actually in the, I guess it's the hallway between cubicles, whatever you call that, in
Yeah.
the walkway between our cubicles. And I was standing right next to him. He was on his Segway, and he was talking and laughing and all that. And there was a little voice inside my head, which I now know is OCD, that said, "Push him over. If you push him sideways, he'll fall right over into that desk. You should push him over."
All of
Um,
this could have been changed.
yeah,
All of this could have
but
been different if only you had
but
brutally
maybe,
murdered Jeff Bezos.
oh, or he would have hit his head and become evil because he's right now. I don't know if he's evil. He's just very rich
He's
and doesn't
he
care about people.
I don't know him personally, so I can't speak for that, but he
Hmm.
certainly likes to look evil. He's a jacked dude who shaves his head and
Oh
wears
yeah,
these, sunglasses that make him look not approachable.
and he didn't look like that at that time.
No.
He was kind of goofy.
I've seen old evening magazine segments on him when he was still working out of a 2-story office building in Sodo.
And I think I told you about the dream that I had, right? Um, I was at Jeff Bezos's pool. He had a pool. And I was there. In my dream, he had a pool. I don't know if he actually had a pool, but he had a gold statue of himself with white makeup on its face that would look like a mime,
Okay.
and he was on its back slapping its ass.
Slap it.
And that was the other thing that I had that dream before I met him, and I felt like, much like Daniel spoke to, I think, Nebuchadnezzar and told him about his dream, that I was supposed to tell Jeff Bezos about my dream. Probably after I pushed him off the Segway. I didn't do either of those things,
Nope.
and that's fine. And I have no intention of doing anything like that.
And with that, for the people who are scouring the transcripts, the automatically generated transcripts that YouTube attaches to our videos almost
Search
immediately,
the
by the way.
audio.
Search the audio. Paul never really was going to push Jeff Bezos off of that Segway.
Right.
Unless mind crimes are a thing.
Oh, Operation Mindcrime. Let's talk about it. Uh, it's an album.
Operation Mind Crime?
Yeah.
I do
So,
not know that album.
well, look it up. You'll see
And
I'm right.
with
All
that,
right. Talk to you later, Ben.
keep it wrong, Paul.
Keep it wrong. How's it
Talk to you
happening?
later.